Hello YouTube, it's your girl Kimberly. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to give you some tips on how to stretch a relaxer. Right now, you know, the relaxer is growing out, how to keep your hair moist, and how to limit the breakage. So if you want to know more, keep watching. Okay, so for those of you who aren't familiar with the term, stretching your relaxer is when you go longer than the recommended time to get a touch up. So for relaxers, the boxes and the instructions will say 6 to 8 weeks. However, everyone doesn't necessarily experience significant hair growth within like 6 to 8 weeks. So what you could do is wait longer. So basically you'll wait like 10 weeks or 12 weeks and then get a touch up. That way you'll have maybe like a full inch or an inch and a half, so that way it's really clear to see what hair needs to be relaxed, and you won't constantly keep re-relaxing the same lines of demarcation, causing like breakage and damage to your hair. So that's the whole idea behind stretching a relaxer. Ideally, for my hair, I try to go between the 11 and 12 week mark. That's like my sweet spot. But of course, with the current status of the world, it is we're gonna have to start getting creative, and a lot of us are gonna have to start stretching our relaxers longer than we may have initially planned. So what helps me to stretch my relaxers is something called the Loc Method. Now this method is all over the internet. Natural hair people have been doing this for so long, but it also works for people with relaxed hair. So Loc, L-O-C, the L stands for leave-in conditioner, the O stands for oil, and then the C stands for cream. Now, starting with the L. So the first thing, in order to complete this process, ideally this is what you would do. You would wash your hair, cleanse your hair, deep condition your hair. After you deep condition your hair is now wet, and you are going to air dry it. Before you take your t-shirt, not a towel, and then dry your hair so that way it's still damp, but it's not dripping wet anymore. Then you want to start with your leave-in conditioner. So for leave-in conditioner, you're gonna have two options. You can have the liquid base leave-in conditioner. So this is Argan oil. This is Creme of Nature's Strength and Shine leave-in conditioner. So the one that you shake up. If you've been to my channel, you know this is one of my favorites. So this is a liquid one. And then this is Camille Rose Hydrate leave-in collection step 1 honey hydrate. So what I specifically do is I spray the watery leave-in first, and then I put the cream leave-in second. Now because my hair is relaxed, my ends are going to be very high porosity, very tangled, and they need more kind of coaxing, so that way they don't want to like stay like stuck on each other. So that is why I use both. If you find that your hair doesn't really tangle that much and you don't really have that issue, you could definitely only use this. For years I only used this and my hair was just fine, but this really makes it manageable once I detangle it in terms of keeping it detangled. So L, leave-in conditioner. Once you have the leave-in conditioner in your hair, you want to let your hair completely dry. Whether that be, I lied. It depends how you're going to style your hair. If you're going to let your hair air dry, let it completely dry and then put the oil on it. If you need to blow dry your hair because you want it to be like more straight, then what you're going to do is put the oil on your hair and then blow dry it. So the oil that I like to use is Moroccan Oil Treatment from Moroccan Oil. Oop, there's a hair on the bottle. And I have the little one. This is the 0.85 size. So this is the oil I like to use. If you specifically have a lot of issues with itching and like your scalp is itching or your hair's itching, you feel like you're constantly scratching it, I would say try, I'm gonna butcher her name because I do it every time, Ta'ala Waheed Protective Styles, the Bamboo Basil Peppermint Anti-Itch Serum. This stuff is really good. A little bit goes a long way, and it's great to just put on the itchy spot specifically. Because it has peppermint, I would suggest not to style your complete head with this. Peppermint is an essential oil. You can get that eucalyptus stinging cooling sensation, so you might think, oh, my whole head's itchy, I'm gonna put it everywhere. but from personal experience I would tell you don't put this all over your head. So after oil, the next thing that comes is the cream step. So for the cream, you want to use a moisturizer that is going to be great for your hair. So I usually use Fantasia's, this got hair on it too, Lord, everything got hair on it. Pure Tea Instant Oil Moisturizer. Pink Lotion is also another option. I just don't happen to have any at the house right now. And then ORS Organic Root Stimulator, you got their olive oil moisturizing hair lotion. So once your hair is blow dried or air dried, and after you put the oil on it, the last step in the Loc, the C, is for cream. You want to put the cream on your hair. Additional to the Loc method, you want to put low manipulation hairstyles. So maybe you put like 4 big braids in your hair. You could do French braids, or you could do like the 1 braid going back. You want to use a style where you're not constantly touching and manipulating and changing your hair every day. The more you manipulate your hair, the more tangling you cause, and you have to detangle, and then also the more manipulation, more damage to your hair. You want to stay away from products with oil. So of course, I mean, I have edge control on right now, but edge controls gels, they have a lot of oil, not oil, alcohol. Let me backtrack. You want to stay away from products that have a lot of alcohol. Alcohol is drying, and it helps your hair like to really dehydrate itself and break off. So you don't want to use anything with a lot of alcohol. So if you are putting gel in your hair, you want to make sure you're moving to like a weekly wash situation, because if you're still doing the every 2 weeks wash, the gel is going to cause your hair to dry out, make it even more itchy, and then even cause more damage. So definitely stay away from the gel. I mean, maybe if you want to use a hair wax, but at this point in time, for most of us, you can't leave the house, so like, what are you really slicking your hair down for anyway? But if you feel like you must slick your hair down, try to use a hair wax or a cream or oil to style your hair, so that way you will not be putting those drying alcohols in your hair. Yeah, so those are my tips for stretching and relaxer. I feel like it's a really great tool to use. Over the years, if you guys see my previous videos from last week, my hair is longer, it's thicker, and it's easier to maintain because I have been stretching my relaxers and using the Loc method. So I really hope that this was helpful. Research more videos on the Loc method and relaxed hair. Even if you look at the natural hair videos, you will see how much nourishment and health that the hair has once you use this system. So please try it out, and good luck, and see you at my next video.